7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We gone.
Welcome to Rodus Live. I'm your host, Rodus. Today I am here with one of the executive producers of one of the most incredible projects released this summer. Magnificent. Introduce yourself
What's happening?
to the
What's happening?
listeners of Rodus Live and tell them a little bit about yourself.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? I am Magnificent, Magnifique Music, recording as well. And I'm here as part of group Free Alliance. We just put out our compilation album. It's actually a collaboration of 4 artists that came together under one common cause. And I myself and my partner Crux, HQ Music. What up, Crux? We are a duo from Chicago, man. And I myself am putting out my first project, solo project to follow the compilation Free Alliance. And man, I am happy to be here, man. What's happening? Peace, brother.
That's what's popping. So, just coming off of creating the Free Alliance project with other artists and different entities, what's your approach to the solo joint? This your first solo project, right?
Yeah, first solo project, man. Yeah, this is long time coming for sure.
Man,
Long time coming.
I'm looking forward to this. For those who don't know, Crux Magnificent, they're a duo from Chicago. They like the Chicago version of Mobb Deep,
I like that.
in my opinion.
I'll take that. I'll
So,
take that. Because I always say we are areas like outcasts almost. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
I used to say that as well.
man, I could see it. So, what's the name of your solo project?
The name is called Bread Crumbs. Bread Crumbs is the name of the solo project coming out. It's an EP, and yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's
How
gonna be a
many
nice
tracks?
6 tracks.
Okay.
It's only 6 tracks. That's why I named it Bread Crumbs. I just wanted to give. All right, the story behind it, right? It's always a story. Story behind it. I was actually working on an LP. I'm working on my LP, and that's got 12 tracks, and I got it 90% done. But then I got a hold of some new tracks because I'm always working from my team that I work with, Number 30 Music, some a production group out in Russia, and my homeboy Nico Santiago. Shout out Nico, what up? He gave me a beat pack, and the beats that they gave me were like so dope. I started writing to an event instantly. And I'm like, damn, this shit need to go on a project, but it didn't fit. So I'm like, you know what? As a way to promote my LP, let me drop an EP. You know what I'm saying? Especially by being my first solo. Of course, I got a little name, you know what I'm saying? But being conservative, me being me, don't nobody know me. So I'm working at that angle. So let me give them something, a body of work that introduces them to me, to give them a little taste, a little appetizer, and then hit them with the full joint. You know what I mean? Because then I'll be able to gauge my audience a little bit better. So that's how that went down.
Exactly. I'm a fan of EPs because the people get a body of work as opposed to a single. Nowadays, it's hard to trick the consumer because depending on how you put the album out and the plan for your rollout, music is almost free. But it does not change the equity of the project. Let me repeat. It does
At all.
not change the equity of the project and how
At
you
all.
plan to put it out, you know?
Yep. Well, do all of my music distribution done through TuneCore, which gets everything on every streaming platform. But at the same time, once again, when I thought about coming from the aspect of, all right, I'm actually a new artist. I'm gonna play that angle. I'm going to be releasing it a week early on my SoundCloud because I want to build my core audience. I want them to have a place to come and feel exclusive, feel closer to me as one of my grassroots fans, one of my fans that know me from when I'm riding with Crux. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm gonna be pushing it a lot, promoting it for all streams, but in addition to doing the interviews, in addition to trying to do appearances, in addition to being on IG and dropping little trailers and whatnot, I'm going to be promoting heavily the SoundCloud account because I want my core fans, my grassroots fans, my music lovers to come meet me there. You'll have the project a week before anybody else. Project set to drop August 30th. My core fans, they get the exclusive week early, August 23rd. Release it exclusively on SoundCloud. Come check it out.
Anything else would be uncivilized.
So I thought it was important because all this talk about bots and fake views and fake likes. My whole thing was I want to make the best music, not so much be in front of the most people right away. Like, I understand this is a business and music is subjective. Everybody got their own taste. So I'm not trying to necessarily hit a home run right out the gate. However, I am planning on coming to the plate with my best. You see what I'm saying? I'm still going to come to the mound with my best. And when I pitch it, you know what I'm saying? I hope it connect. You feel me? So it's not so much about in the very beginning, hooking a million. I want to get 1 million views. Give me a solid 100 at first. Give me a solid 100. That solid 100, once they get a taste, okay. And then I drop another single. Oh, okay. They're going to tell a couple of people. Just imagine if those hundreds tell 2 people. That's 200. Those 200 tell 2 people. Now that's 4. Now I'm growing exponentially. And because it came from just this EP and they want more, now I got a base to grow on. You know what I mean? So I value that. That was important too.
Exactly. It costs nothing to share.
Nothing at all.
So do you have any features on the EP, or is this Mac with a solo clip?
This is all me, baby. The only feature I will say is on there is by way of instrumentation. Jesse Parks is playing the guitar on one of the tracks that I have. So outside of that, nah, it's all me. Oh no, I take that back. I do have some feature singers on there. I take that back. Okay. My mistake. No MC. I was thinking MCs, so no featured MCs, but I do have Miss Lot. She's featured on one of the songs, and I do have Jasmine, Jazzy Lady. She's featured on another song. So I do have some harmonies that require some features, some female features. These ladies are dope. Known them for a minute, especially Miss Lot. She's on one of the songs. We used to work together, and funny, I told her about this 3 years ago. I was like, hey, you sing? She like, yeah. I'm like, hey, you want to do a song? She like, cool. I'm like, all right, I'll let you know. 3 years later, I'm like, you still want to do that song? She like, yeah, I thought you forgot. I'm like, let's go.
She like, yeah, buddy.
What up?
She like, yeah, buddy.
Man, she was ready. Like, got her in the studio with Soundmaster T. That's where I recorded the song. And man, we made it happen. Like, it was dope, man. It was dope.
Shout out to Jesse Parks. He an underrated instrumentalist. He got good beats. And shout out to the legend Soundmaster T for making your stuff sound like glass.
Man, I've been lucky enough to pretty much get mentored by that brother when it comes to recording. He's been recording me for about, I can easily say 12 years.
let's talk about this relationship with the engineer that is so important that people don't know about.
I mean, your engineer, that's your wingman. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the guy that should, in my opinion, outside of if you have a co-writer, outside of that, your engineer is your co-pilot because he's hearing it through a professional set of ears that specify in sound quality. So if you rap in a certain way, I've had sound masters stop in mid recording, like, hey, you breathing too heavy. Hey, you moving too much. You moving away from the mic. Cause as MCs, we getting our I'm thinking I'm doing something. He stopped. Boop. Hey, you moving away from the mic. I can tell because you're going in and out. You know what I mean? Like
Did you mean to do that? That's the etiquette. Did you mean to do that right there?
Hey, he'll ask that. And Jesse's the same way. I've known Jesse. We were just talking about this. I met Jesse like 2005, and I didn't record with him until like 2010 because I was pushing Cuz stuff. So only time I would record with Jesse if I was a feature on Crux project. It wasn't until now. Like I recorded 3 joints with Jesse, and in fact, Jesse produced one of the songs on the album, "Summertime Shy," 2025. That's the man, and I had that. So I've had that track for 4 years because he sent me a beat pack, and the stuff he sends, I go through it, and I let the beat tell me what to write, so I never rush it. And if it's not talking to me, and it's just a good listen, then I'm just gonna listen until I hear it right. And it took me 4 years to hear it right. So I had that track for 4 years, and I got another one from on my next album on the LP, my intro. I got it at the same time. I had that one for 4 years. So,
oh man, You cooking with fish grease,
man. Gee, I got stuff in the stack. I got 3 albums in the pipeline. I got three albums in the pipeline. The second one's already 90% done.
People don't understand.
I'm ready.
Even when you're not putting nothing out, it does not mean you are not working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Knowing is half the battle.
And there's a lot of stuff to do in the background. Trust. That's where I started, in the background. Like I've always been a writer. I didn't become a performer until Crux told me to come perform. I was comfortable just writing in my room. But when he said he wanted to do this for real, I said, all right, I'm gonna put myself in school. I'll learn the business. That's more my thing. I was in college anyway. No, actually, I just left college, and I was like, I need to go back, get my ass back in there. So I devoted myself, got in there, graduated from Columbia College, Chicago, downtown, bachelor's in artist development in the AEMM department, and then went to Illinois Institute of Technology in pursuit of a double master's for marketing and business administration.
Yeah.
We gone. So I was just supporting him early on and just being creative in the background. So there's plenty of work to do in the background.
Okay, since you are a Columbia alumni or an alum, let's talk about the importance of the paperwork. One thing, and two, like I'm always looking on social media as artists or people that have labels and everything. To me, it seemed like it's so much time that they have. Because if you actually working on a project, you need another body. You need a clone to do some of the motherfucking work. I'm like, where are you getting this time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, understood. It's very tedious. But one of the things you got to tell yourself, one of the things I tell myself, I ain't going to tell you what you got to do. As far as entrepreneurship, what do you want more? We all get the same 24 hours. What do you want more? I want to sleep right now. I'm tired. Okay, go to sleep. Man, I'm finna go eat real quick. I'm finna go hang out real quick. Okay, go do that. Just know there's somebody else that ain't doing none of that. They packed a peanut butter sandwich and they told their homies, I can't holler at you. They putting that time into achieving their goal. They got tunnel vision. So when you have that mindset, you can prioritize, even the busiest person can prioritize their day to where you are devoting a set number of hours to that endeavor, to that thing that you want so bad. And if you do that, there's no way that you won't reach your goal. I'm not going to sit and say you're going to be successful the whole time. It will be a high level of success. You will achieve your goal. There's no way you remain that persistent consistently at it while you're making progress. I'm not talking hamster wheel. I'm not talking just because you're moving, you think you're progressing. That's a big misconception. I'm talking about progress with you see progress from your movement. As long as it's consistent, yeah, you will be successful. You will reach your goal. People measure success differently. So, like,
Exactly.
yeah, like we've actually achieved our goal. I can say that. Like, Mood Music Group, that's the label that myself and my partner Crux came up with. I can honestly say we have a functioning label because Crux, like I say, I've been working in the background, getting his copywriting, make sure his PRO, his ASCAP, publishing, I got them all right. Chris can tell you he gets money from his recordings.
Every
So
quarter that money comes.
So on a small scale, we have a functioning label. And that was the initial goal. Now the step is to expand. All right, we in the door, we on the basic level, boom, level 1. All right, let's get to level 2. How we expand this? So all the ideas that I've been working on, now it's my turn to implement them for my project, just like I've implemented earlier strategies for his project. So
Teamwork. How
man,
important is teamwork?
if you don't have a team, you're not. I'm not gonna say you're not gonna make it, but you're not gonna make it. Only because it's me and my partner were talking the other day, and he was like, "Man," because I was telling him I got to make these video clips, and he was like, "Man, yeah, do that, and then you can do this and that." I was like, "No, I'm gonna pay for that." He was like, "Well, you might as well do that yourself." I'm like, "No, because there's
That ain't my
somebody else.
thing. That ain't my
That,
thing.
there's somebody else that's mastered that, and not only have they mastered it, they already have a functioning current, a functioning pipeline.
Right. It's
So
flowing.
why waste my time implementing learning that? Like, I can learn how to navigate because I'm involved. I can learn the ins and outs, the laws, the rules, etc. But I'm not going to learn to do it because I'm wasting time and resources. All I got, especially if it's cheaper mathematically to just pay them
Let me
instead of
let me
learning to do it
let me
myself.
let me allocate this to expedite everything.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. That's so much easier.
So I don't know what your expansion plans are, but the Free Alliance artists, if y'all was like, if there's any representation of future assets to the Mood Music Group,
Mm.
my brother, it's like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, there's some dope MCs, man. That's Roman, man.
Man, so
Roman Gray,
listen, let me
spoken
let
poet.
I'm gonna tell you what I don't like about the project, and it's from my own selfish perspective.
Okay.
It ain't long enough for me.
What was it, like 13 tracks, right?
I wanted more. My
I
thing is like, damn, this thing
think it's
over
more.
already. But it's a
Hey, that's a
good
blessing, though. I like that.
it's a good listen. But it had me wanting more. Not that, you didn't that it didn't satisfy my palate. I
Yeah.
like it that much. You know what I'm saying?
No, no
Even in
doubt.
the
I
world of
appreciate it.
streaming, I put that thing I put that thing on a flash drive. So
Yeah.
Whenever I don't have to worry about my Amazon Music or my Spotify. I put that thing on a flash drive, got on that Lakeshore Drive, and rode it all the way to the end and back. So it's
Love,
a good listen.
love. And that's all I ever want from a project. I want people to listen and people to feel it. That's why mood music was so important for us. You know what I mean? As a name and as a label, and just being artists versus just being rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, there's a difference. I was talking to somebody about that earlier.
So what are some of the revelations of being an independent label and executive um that you've learned besides getting getting 5 cents for an album and
uh,
versus six to several dollars?
mm, mm,
And one more thing,
mm,
making the type of music you want to make without any constraints and
mm.
conforming.
So the question is, how does that feel?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like as an executive, the big one of some of the biggest eye openers is just putting all that learned information, putting it into action, and
Mm-hmm.
actually seeing who's willing to work with you. Because you would think everybody would want to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you'll be surprised how many people really don't.
Sometimes by you taking that step forward,
Yeah.
it brings out the worst in others, you know?
I I I, I see now. Cause see, like I said, I played the background. Crux was the face for so long. He made all the connection. I'm you know what I'm saying? He set us up. You know what I mean? So I would hear about some of the stuff he had to deal with, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I'm not, because I'm not. I don't like that type of stuff. Because I don't have an ego. So it's kind of like if we're here working towards a common cause, that's what it is. So it's like in this business, there's a lot of ego, and most of the time, I let stuff go because I'm tunnel vision. I'm so focused on achieving a goal. Some of my partners would tell me later, like, dude was talking slick. I was like, oh, was he? I didn't pick up on it because I was just trying to get what I was trying to get. And I achieved my goal. So I really don't care. But now that I'm more in tune, yeah, it's kind of like, where's the camaraderie? You would think there'd be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But I don't
understand. I overstand that, Mag, because knowing all the tasks that you have, right?
know.
All
Yeah,
everything that you have to do, you like, why they tripping? You know,
man.
that ain't nothing. But oh well, I
Oh
got I
well.
got I got to do all of this. You know.
I mean, when it's all said and done, everything's a lesson learned. So that's all. I take it all as a lesson learned. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm growing it. Like when you starting a company, you starting an endeavor. I'm sure you already know it didn't just blow up overnight. You know what I
No,
mean? It took some steps. So
you
I'm
gotta
taking
get the
steps.
you gotta get those reps in.
Gee, I got there's a song on my next on the LP that follows this EP called "Cost to Be a Boss." I address it.
Man, thank you.
I address it because most
Mhm.
people, everybody think being a boss is being flashy. Being a boss is being the first one there and the last one to leave. That's what being a boss looks like.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, but like I say, that's on the next album. I'll address it.
And I think that people will have a different perspective if they actually knew what it took to, connect the dots, had the paperwork together, um, know that it's more than 100 points on the album. Know that you not leaving the distributor to get all that extra bread. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You you
yeah.
you gotta. I mean, it's so much. Like I think sometimes people are worried about the wrong thing, But let's
Mm.
get back into
Mm.
this EP. First of all, congratulations.
I appreciate that.
Second,
Definitely appreciate
I
that.
can't wait to hear what you cooked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I was that was the I had to email you and say I might have that leaked single that I want to release. I might have it ready. And I do have it ready. I haven't emailed it to you, but I do
Hey,
have it ready.
you already know what it is.
I do have it ready. You will be the first person to play it too. Like it'll be an exclusive sneak peek or full play. You know what I'm saying? If I you know what I'm saying, let it ride, you'll be the exclusive.
Man, hey, I got you either way. You already know.
But
Say
yeah,
less.
I wasn't expecting to get it done because it got pushed back from Saturday. The session got put back from Saturday to Sunday. But once again, Jesse Parks, we got it done.
You know what? Jesse Parks is a great mind, you know?
Yes, I do.
He is
Yes,
a
I do.
great mind. You just gotta get him in the mold, you know?
Man, you got
That's it.
that's that relationship you mentioned earlier. I got like when we worked together, the first 30 minutes of the session is just us chopping it up. Getting
How
in the mood.
important is the build, my friend? People don't understand.
Man, you gotta get in and you gotta get in and get it, you know, you gotta get it right. You know. Can't
So
just
look,
jump in. So
exactly. So look, I asked Rome the Great this. Now, with technology, it's a beautiful thing to work with artists from all over the country because of the accessibility.
mhm.
You could get in tune with people and you could get things done. But I wanted to ask you if you had a choice to be in the actual session and getting it done or have an email, what would be your preference? Nothing is wrong with either one, but what would be your preference?
Session all day. I want that energy. I want that face to face. I want that interaction. I want the critique. I want the criticism. I want all of that. I want the laughs. I want the smoke breaks. I want the drink because I want all of that. Because when I come to the session, and people will tell you, when I come to the session, I bring water for everybody. Normally, I have chips or something. I have put a picture up not too long ago at one of my sessions when I was with Soundmaster, and I was like the studio pack. You know what I'm saying? Had
People don't
everything
know
I need.
about people don't know about that studio survival pack.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I call the survival pack. Yeah, yeah. So I definitely I prefer the in session face to face because that energy is so it's reciprocating. It's uplifting to me. You know what I mean? You
Yep.
sit there and bounce, exchange minds, exchange thought. You see where people are coming from with their lyrics. Because once you chop it up with them and then they go on the booth, you be like, okay. Yeah, he sounded like, yeah, okay. Yeah. You know,
Hey,
it matches the personality as
that
opposed to,
that
oh,
that's
he capping. That
that's
nigga
a
not.
nice shirt. I'll be the cufflinks. I'm the pocket square, you know?
You feel me? Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Man, it's nothing like being in that session, man. And like you could police each other in a manner where like, hey, right there. That's it. You know?
Yeah. And that's what I like. Like, there's
Me
been so
too.
many times where Crux done, hey, man, that ain't it. You got to put some oomph on it. I'll be like, oh, okay. Because there's a difference between writing raps and recording raps and performing raps. Those are three
Yes.
different, distinct disciplines. And is
Right.
that a discipline? Writing, recording, performing. Those are three distinct disciplines. And you got to
Yes.
master all three, if you ask me.
I agree. I've been writing so long. When I write my raps, I think about the stage performance. I think
Yeah.
about the ad libs for the response that I'm looking to get when they
Mm-hmm.
hear this shit
Yeah.
and when I perform it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because
definitely.
on my first album I had all these complex lyrics, but when it was time to perform,
It
I
was
was
hard.
winded. I was winded.
Yes, sir.
But then, like you said, one thing about having a good engineer, they would advise things like, hey, why don't you do this? And then when they make your show tape, they make it where you don't be winded.
Yeah, yeah. And that once again working hand in hand with your engineer. You know.
Hmm. Yeah. I like when I hear things, I don't be listening for any type of flaws in the track. I don't. But just being in a studio and everything,
Mhm.
you will hear it.
Yeah,
When you listen to your own song too much, you get ear attenuation.
yeah, yeah.
Everything sound the same. That's why a lot of people outsource their mastering. Now, going to Sound Master T is just like, getting dressed every day. He know, you know?
Definitely knows. Definitely knows.
So shout out to Soundmaster T again. So what can we expect out of these crumbs that you giving? You got a date and you feeding your date crumbs.
Bread crumbs. You can expect a little bit. You can expect a little bit of. I want to say everything, but instead of saying everything, you can expect different pieces of meat. And when you listen to it from start to finish, you should have a nice outline, a nice, I want to say a full picture, but you got a nice kind of representation of who I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you get a good foundation. I don't know better. The word escapes me right now. But at the end of it, you get to say, "Oh, okay, he's a little bit of this. He's a little bit of that. Oh, he a good. Oh, he good at that. Oh, snap. He can talk like. Oh, he can do that too. Oh, okay. All right. What else can he do? It's kind of like if kind of like perfect example, a caterer, right? You ever work with a caterer?
Yeah, they got
When they
samples.
there you go. When they trying to get your business, they're not gonna make one big pot and say eat this. They're gonna give you the best of their platters that they intend to serve when the main event comes. But they bring it to you in a little, but like, all right, this is my sample of
They
this. This
spoon
gives
feed
you,
it to you.
you see what I'm saying? So that's what you're gonna get. It's the breadcrumbs. You're gonna get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a taste of that. Ooh, that's spicy. I like that. Shit. Oh, okay. Oh, I like that. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of that, and that's going to build an appetite where you say, "Oh shit, I need some more of that." When the LP coming? Like I
Man,
say, that's
so
90% complete. That ain't far behind.
like the importance of EPs. EPs are so dope. So I'm gonna go back to a group legendary NWA. They the
Mm-hmm.
king of the EP. Like that 100 miles and running. They
Yeah,
have 4 tracks on there. 3 months later, here come the whole album.
yeah,
Killing.
yeah,
So I played some NWA in my stories the other day, and somebody was like, "When this come out? When? When?"
yeah. That's called timeless music.
See what I'm saying?
That's called timeless music. I'd have gave him a date. Just to fuck, I gave him a date. I'm like, man, ain't no release date yet, but they talking about early September, right
Man,
before school. That's why they say fuck the police, because they always be talking about, yeah, giving them curfews and shit. Yeah, fuck the police.
right. So a- after you get all the analytics and see where everybody chiming in from, what when's the time frame from the EP to the album, or you just want to make sure that you see all the traction, gauge all the avenues before you drop the LP?
Um, the analytics are very important, and I will be paying attention to that. However, tentatively, that LP is going to be a winter album because it's kind of dark. Like I know everybody loves to drop spring and summer because they want to be out dancing and stuff, but I make that hot shit all year, and I'm gonna make some gritty stuff for the winter. Like I like the winter. I go outside in the winter. People don't want to get cold; they want to get there. No, I'm outside. Come
So,
outside.
so can we expect some Timberland and Carhartt type music? That's what you're talking about, right?
100%,
Overalls and long johns.
100%. Get your thermals and your hoodies. Get your
Oh,
scullies out.
I'm
Like,
like,
hey, I'm that old school dude. Hit up the beauty supply. Get the wool gloves and the joint with
yeah.
the mask. With the man, come on.
Hey,
I keep
hey,
that. I got that on deck right now,
hey,
all
hey.
year round.
Man, I'm already locked in, and I can't wait to
So
hear this EP. You
so
know,
yeah,
and the winter is good because people buy stuff. They buy music in Christmas, and people drop in the fourth quarter a lot.
yeah. But what you just said is key though. Like it was funny because I had the way I structured my company. I structured it to go from November to October as opposed to January to December. And somebody was like, "Why would you do that?" It's exactly what you said. November, December is the highest consumer months of the year. So every year, my company is going to start off in the positive. Every year, on the financial records, the booking, every year, my company, God willing, is going to be starting with a surplus because we're going to have products come out November, December. So
It's the same with podcasting, but I'm just gonna dial it back probably to like September.
okay,
Everybody is back to work and they zoning in and they listening to my shit when they supposed to be working. Thank
but
you,
that's good
everybody.
though. I like that. Hell yeah, they should be, man.
You know, yeah, thanks, man. So I'm gonna listen to these albums. I can't wait till they
Yes,
drop.
sir. Yes, sir.
So
Sure.
if you could give people the title of the EP again.
Bread Crumbs. The title is Bread Crumbs, and it's gonna debut. Is gonna come out August 30th. August 30th is the set release date. Finalizing it this week. Plan on hitting up Spoken Poet. She did the artwork for Free Lines, the album cover. She did that. I got her doing my artwork as well. She's the young lady that did my profile pic, that animation type stuff. So man, she does that. Like that's what she does. She does the motion animation as well. Man, she's dope with it. So but once again, back to team. We got our whole team together. And when you commune like that, you got everything you need to put out a project. I didn't have to go outside our circle. Of course, I could have, but we kept it
Why?
in a circle.
Why? Why not?
You
Right?
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah. So August 30th, that's the projected release date. If it changes, I'll let you know. But I pray to God it don't change. So yeah, man, and that's gonna be for the general public. Now, if you want the exclusive, you want the fan exclusive premiere, that's August 23rd. You can tune in to my SoundCloud page, Magnifique Music, Nagnifiquemusic, all one word, Magnifique Music, man. So tune into that and you'll get the project a week early.
I will
Yeah.
have all the links in the show note of this podcast episode description.
Okay. I hope I sent them to you. Shit, I should have.
Man, I'm gonna have it. We good. So if you could leave anything with the listeners about us live, Mag, what would it be?
If I can leave anything with the listeners,
Yeah.
tune in. Tune in, man. Like as an artist, that's all I can ask. Like tune in. Like talk to me. Let me know if this ain't it. This ain't it. But take a listen to it, man. I want my music is meant to touch. Is meant for you to feel it. That's why I represent Mood Music Group. You know what I'm saying? Like it's to entertain, but at the same time, music, my opinion, as an artist, is meant to convey certain emotions, meant to push this thing that we feel. That's why you hear music before the football game. That's why you got music at pep rallies. That's why during war times you heard the war drum. Yeah, you hear that damn drum. You it pumps fear. That's a rhythm. That's a beat. That's music. It's supposed to conjure something. Like my people joke when I record, I keep my chains, and everywhere I walk, people hear my chains coming. I always say, I want that to be the sound they hear when I walk out on stage in that big stadium. When the lights is out, before I come out, they hear that chain. I want the crowd to go crazy because they know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like this music thing is important. So to the listeners, just do one thing. Listen. Just listen. I want you to listen. That's it.
Listen to hear.
Listen, man. Open mind, open heart. Just listen. Don't come with no expectation.
I definitely be tapping in to listen. When I get that exclusive, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna put you in regular rotation. You already know what it is.
Yes, sir.
This has been another episode of Riders Live with Magnificent. Peace.
For sure.